What is up, you beautiful people out there on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman, here with our next and our last episode in this season of Battletech Simplified, where we cover the venerable AC20, the big boy, the GOAT, the biggest of the big, the baddest of the bad, the closest of the close, interestingly enough, because you have to be really close for it to have any guarantee of hitting. But yeah, today we'll be covering the AC20. Grab a beverage, turn off the lights, and let's get into it. Here we go. As per usual, the AC20 is a direct fire ballistic weapon firing high explosive, armor piercing, or heap rounds at targets either singly or in bursts. Different manufacturers and models of autocannons have had different calibers, ranging from 25mm all the way up to 203mm, and different rates of fire. Due to this, autocannons were grouped into generic classes of similar common damage ratings, with the autocannon 20 doing massive damage while having a very short range. The autocannon, this AC class could decapitate any mech with one good hit to the head, regardless of the weight class. At the location, as that location could not mount more, or could mount little more than half a ton's worth of standard armor. Could mount little more than half a ton's of standard armor. The AC-20 was capable of ripping nearly a ton and a quarter of armor off a mech in any given volley or shot based on the model. And this was enough damage to take down even the heaviest of mechs if aimed well. Only hardened armor or ballistic reinforced armor could save a mech warrior from a hit from this class of autocannon to the head. As an example of the rating system, the Crusher Super Heavy Autocannon was a 150mm weapon firing a 10-round cassette in a 10-second period, while the Chemjet gun was a 185mm weapon firing a 4-round cassette in the same period. As both weapons were capable of firing 200 kilograms of ammunition in a 10-second period at an effective range of just under 300 meters, they were both classified as AC-20s. In terms of its ammunition, a standard AC-20 could fire multiple types of ammunition, most of which were developed by the Federated Commonwealth in order to make their large supply of standard autocannons more useful in the age of Ultra and LBX autocannons. As for some of the key models, again, we're not going to go through all of them because there really are a lot of them. Jesus, there are a lot of them. First and foremost, we have the Armstrong. This is the prototype. We have the Armstrong, which is the manufactured on Bryant and manufactured by Hartford Co. Industries, and typically used exclusively in the von Luckner, which I'm not even sure what that is. I've never heard of that. Next we have the Chemjet gun, 185mm. The Titanic 185mm Chemjet gun was used a popular propellant system that mixed two chemicals in suspension to propel its 4-round burst from the barrel. This produced an enormous amount of heat to the point that on the Mark I model of the Demolisher tank, the crews had to wear special coolant suits. The later Mark II version solved this problem by channeling most of the ejection gases through the barrels. These were manufactured on Beetlejuice, New Samarkand, and Terra, and respectively were manufactured by Aldous Industries, New Samarkand Metals, and Aldous Industries, and were all entirely used on the Demolisher tank. Next we have the Crusher the Crusher SH cannon, mounted on the Quicksell Hetzer combat vehicle. This weapon fired shells in the 150mm range in 10-shot bursts. manufactured on Indicus, as well as Kalidasa and Layover, and lastly on Alshane. They were respectively, the first one was manufactured by Ceres Metals Industries, and the latter three were manufactured by Quicksell Company, and they were all typically used on the Hetzer vehicle, the Hetzer combat vehicle. And the last two that I'm going to do are the Death Giver. The Death Giver was known to fire 12 centimeter, aka 120 millimeter rounds. It was manufactured exclusively on both Mars and Northwind, and it was manufactured by Corsa or Kosara Weaponry, and was used in almost exclusively by the King Crab. And last but not least, we have the Defiance Killer Type T, another version of that venerable weapon, which was manufactured on both Hesperus 2 and Terra, and respectively by Defiance Industries and Mitchell Vehicles. The first one being the former being used in the Rommel tank, and the latter being used in the Shootist mech. That was only like a fraction of the number of models, and I am already worn out. Anyway, folks, as for my personal feelings on the AC20, it's the GOAT. It's the best. It's short range. It basically has a 300-meter range, which in Battletech and in MechWarrior is absolutely nothing. It's basically point-blank range, and the closer you get within that range, it just destroys. Anything beyond that, it kind of gets a bit wonky. And the further out you get, it gets even wonkier. But if you can get it within range and tangle with a person long enough to score a headshot, you will win all the time, every time. Like, this is the answer to pretty much any mech problem. Throw an AC20 on it if you can, blow the head off, and you're done. Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, folks, that's going to about do it for us for today. This is going to end season, I think, 5 of Battletech Simplified. The last season we did was, I believe, on the clans, and this season was on autocannons. Next season, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go on to missile classifications. That's going to be a bit longer, and because there are several different types. Actually, there are many different types of missiles, but I think that I might do missiles, either missiles or lasers next, and I would be, that'll probably be starting next week when you're seeing this. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I am Michael Shockman. I've been your host and commentator. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the outro to hear the spiel, and until next time, bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Secondly, if stream bucks are plentiful, please consider supporting the channel either by subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, or by grabbing some merch over at the Shock Shop. The links to all of these will be in the About section and in the description down below. Again, thank you to all of our supporters for all of the likes, shares, and views. I really appreciate it, and without all of you, our work here would not be possible. I'm Michael Shockman, folks. I've been your host and commentator. And remember, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we will see you guys all again soon in the next one. Peace off, everybody.